sus.
Yeah, all right. So it's my first ever live stream, actually. What we're going to do is we're going to test a couple of things which is going on within the game, what we have experienced, what we haven't experienced within the game. What we're actually going to do is we're going to do a couple of things. So the first thing that we want to know, because we do know that we have the river raids coming very, very shortly. Actually,
Hello.
it's probably not going to come. Hello, you're getting banned. Been banned on many games many times, mate, for my play styles and whatnot. But I do like to find exploits and glitch. Sup, Alex? How's it going, bud? So basically, what it is, there's River Raids coming out. It's not this week, but it's actually going to be next week, the week after, I believe. So it's trying to get you guys and us the best possible start to the whole game. So what we're going to do is we're going to test a couple of things that way, see what we can do. See what we can do with that. So the very first thing I wanted to test really was the actual silver mods and stuff like this to see if that still works. So let's have a quick gander. Actually, now we're here, and we're here in our base, the main settlement base. Obviously, we can do the God mode on any table. We do know that still works, and that works with normal tables as well as the ones which are on the floor, which were like London based and stuff like that. That still works. But I want to test if this trick works. In case all of you haven't completed as much as you can possibly so far. This was a very simple tactic that I used to destroy a million of the zealots and quite a lot of the zealots, which was just amazing. So that's what I wanted to test. Because if you can lure a zealot down to like quite close to a river, basically you have the ability to shoot arrows. And if you see on the bottom left hand side, I've got actually no arrows in there so far. So actually it does actually work. So you've got an unlimited amount of arrows. So if you can pull a zealot down too close to where your river is, once you start shooting him, actually your Yoms Vikings will actually come in handy actually, and then do the same thing. They'll start shooting the guy as well, which will make it a lot more beneficial for you. It's a huge boost for you guys to have there. So that's always a really, really good tip. So the next thing is God mode. We do God mode quite often. It's not what I want to do just yet, to be honest with you. Let's go into a couple of questions which people have asked me prior, which were regard to the fishing challenge and the fishing trophy. Absolute pain in the arse. I do have a video on the locations. Some people are struggling with it, and if you actually read the challenges, it does actually say that you can't, that you have to catch the fish with a fishing rod. This is simply not the case. It's just not the case.
I've completed the game but needs lot of LVL to complete last mission's grinning face with sweat.
Okay, so basically I've turned on so it speaks at the same time. So the fastest way to level up I'll get to in just a second for you, buddy. So the best thing to do is you can actually, with the fishing trophy, you can hit them with spears and you can shoot them with your arrows as well, and actually that does count even though it doesn't specify that within the achievements. Okay, so there's a guy called John who asked me that, so that's for you, buddy. Okay, so Alex, you wanted a fastest way to level up. Now, I hope do you have your settlement to level 6 at the moment, buddy? If you have your settlement to level 6, or if you don't have it to level 6, let's assume you don't at the moment, then the fastest way to do that is to go to a dice game, go into God mode on the dice game, very, very simply, and then go and do the river raids. No, almost. Okay, that's cool. So basically, on the map, obviously, you have these. For some reason, I've done all the raids, and for some reason, this is glitched out. Ubisoft, glitching something out. Yeah, I know, you're thinking I'm having a joke. But these are the monasteries that you need to go to, and this is for anyone else which is watching or going to watch later on. So what the best thing to do is get into God mode and go and destroy absolutely every one of these. But what people don't tell you is don't just get the big chests. Just don't get the big chest, get the little chests as well, all the little boxes, all these little tiny ones which you'll see which will look like this, like a yellow, which will be on there. Get all those as well, because there are some supplies and stuff in there that you need. Otherwise, at the end of it, once you've done them all, you'll be hunting them down, and it will infuriate you. Trust me, it did with me. If you go, once you're into God mode, we'll get into God mode in just a moment as well to show you guys. We'll do it on a table, actually, or the floor. It's up to you guys, whichever one you want. Just say which one you want, and we'll do it that way. But once you've taken over all the monasteries and you've done that, you'll be fine. If you're at a position where it's broken and you're trying to, your Yoms Vikings are trying to smash down the door.
Supplies and not enough raw materials.
100%. With Jeff, with the raw materials, and that is the purpose, is when the raw materials are on these little golden ones. So if you go round and you collect enough of the big ones, the big chests, if you're struggling to open the door, you're smashing the door with your shoulder, and you're calling your Yoms Vikings, and Yoms Vikings are buggered off, they're having a smoke, whatever they're doing, I don't know, drinking or pillaging, whatever. You can actually, if you step away for a second and you put your raven up in the air, once your raven is up in the air, you can actually call your raven back down. And then it should work. It's worked quite a lot of times for me doing that, because I have been stuck trying to bash the door constantly with that as well. So hopefully that'll work for you guys. But yeah, 100%. The supplies, pain in the arse. You will probably finish all the raids and not get them, but it is the little yellow things that you need to collect in that instance. I've just had a message as well saying that somebody is struggling with stamina, which is a bit of a shock. They're trying to fight somebody with stamina, which is very, very very odd. I did pump this out a while ago, and so if I go into my abilities, now this ability here, the Mark of Death is going to save your life with stamina. That is Michael. Yeah, the Mark of Death is going to save your life. So basically, if you equip that, and I have got that, as you can see, on the L2, on the L2 button, but under triangle as well, so that's the symbol it looks like. Now, if I get my stamina down, and you can see the stamina, as you all know, it's that little blue line, isn't it, that's going down there. If I press L2 and then triangle straight away, it's back up to full, and it does this always. Oh, careful not to hit the dog, because no one likes killing the dog in the camp, do they? So I'm gonna do this one more time for you guys, and try and do this, and then L2 and triangle.
You are explaining very well. Love you gesture. Like own flag.
Thank you, mate. Thank you very much. I'm trying my best. This is actually my first live stream, so there's a lot of testing involved in this one. At the start, it's like camera position and stuff. It'll get better. It'll get better, I assure you. But for the first one, it's going to go that way. I've got another message from somebody saying, okay, so the Mark of Death, so that's the stamina for you, buddy.
After you fast travel somewhere, a lot of times the perks on your weapons don't work. Especially on the bow, I notice.
Yeah, for sure. The game is glitchy, and that's why I make videos on it, I'll be honest. It's because Assassin's Creed, I came out on this game from Fallout 76, and that was more buggy than you can imagine, and it was brilliant for a person like me. But then you wait 6 months and there was only a little bit of story, the 2-hour story. Do not recommend that game now. It is a pile of shit, but it was good for testing different things and different theories, which is good for other games, for me anyway. But sometimes it happens, but what I've done in that instance when it happens is you have to unequip and then re-equip your weapons and your gear, which is a pain in the ass, but it's how you get them back. A lot of them as well don't work if they're like purchased ones from the store. So say if you've purchased something from the store and it's got like a certain or you've got all the gear and it's got a certain damage, it doesn't really work sometimes the way it's supposed to. I've been reading Reddit pages and stuff like this as well, and it's been saying that they've changed a lot of the stuff on there as well, so it's very difficult. They are aware of it. It will come out in another update, but I wouldn't hold your breath for a lot of stuff, mate. But first and foremost, never buy anything from the store. It's an absolute waste of time unless you're rolling. Then it's entirely up to you. So God modes. God modes is something that you all know. Oh my God, I've not seen him walking around my camp in a long time. How you doing, mate? I feel really bad about sleeping with your wife until later on in the game, but I won't say that just in case any of you aren't familiar with that. So okay, let's go into the God mode thing first. This Orlock game is actually really, really good. It starts off completely rubbish and it's very difficult to do, but once you get more and more into it, it's actually really, really fun. So if you go into this now and then click and then just play the game, you don't actually have to play the whole game as well. So we're just going not for today. Actually, where do I want to do it? Because I've just got a message as well from Bob Hatching. Sorry if I'm saying your name wrong, buddy. You want to do it on the floor. Okay, so how you do it on the floor is different than how you do it on a table, the God mode. So basically what you want to do on this one is press map and then interact. So you see when I'm walking around with my cursor, and I've got the big button on my PlayStation is load up the map. So just to show you, obviously that is it. And what you want to do is open the map up straight away and then press triangle straight away. And if you get the timing wrong, it will do this and it will just go into the all-out game. Not a problem at all. You just back out and you do it again. It's not an issue. If you're on the floor, it's a lot simpler. So you'll play the game and you'll go to the flip of heads and tails. Once you've done the flip of heads and tails, as soon as it lands, you just forfeit the game. And when your character starts getting up and starts walking away from the table, then you can just quit out. You can just open your map straight away, basically, as your character is standing up and then walking away. You just try and do that, and that's not an issue. That's not a problem at all. Silver. Okay, silver. Okay, so this isn't going to be like excessively long video. We're just going through a lot of questions which were asked. So silver. So later game silver, we can do right away. So later game silver we can do in this place as well, which is not a problem. So the later game silver.
There's no way to really calculate your critical chance. No one knows what the number really means.
It's true, Jeff. Yeah, it's absolutely true. It's absolutely true. And every time that you think you've got a grasp on it, they'll change it. They change the parameters of it, you know. And it is. No one really understands it, buddy. To be honest with you, because every update they do, when you think you've got a grasp, it will change something else. So, for the fastest way of silver. Is obviously I've done a video on this quite recently as well, but I'll do a silver exploit that you can do early game as well if anyone else is watching this now or later, which is just starting the game. So once you're at level 6, camp level 6, it's imperative to get here, and the reason why you get here is that once you're here in this location, you can come across to your shopkeeper, which is just this symbol here, as you can see on the wood. And once you're there, you can actually purchase an upgrade every time you level up. But once you're level 6 as well, you can also purchase a bow from the shop here called the Mark of Sol bow. And once we go to inventory and we go to the bow here, I've got quite a few. So the Mark of Sol. So I've got a Mark of Sol here and a Mark of Sol here. I've actually bought 3 of them because I wanted to do a little bit more experimenting with it, and I'll explain why now. Once you came down and then you purchased them, you'll simply just level up again, and then that bow will become available again for some reason. So you can purchase 2 of them, and it's 2 of them that's going to glitch out. So you'll come to here then, and then you'll upgrade them. You'll upgrade them all just so you can hold a little bit more of the runes. You get that fancy sort of triangle rune, don't you? Which is pretty odd. So once you've got 2 Marker Souls, it's pointless getting the 3rd. I was hoping I was going to do it with a lot more, and it would work with like 20 or 30 of them, because that would be incredible. So all you do then is you go to equip your runes, and then it doesn't matter which ones you choose. So we'll just choose any of these blunt runes, I guess, for now. So I'll choose 2 of these blunt runes. And I'll go off, and you can see that this Marker Sol bow, the 3rd one, it's not added them. It's not actually doing anything for them, so it's a bit of a waste of time. Certainly a waste of silver and a waste of upgrade materials. If any of you are struggling for upgrade materials, you shouldn't be. I've got loads of videos on them. Just check them out. There's not one material in the game that we can't get hold of, really. So it's this one here. And then the runes have automatically gone to this one here. So if I take this out by triangle and then go on to the stun, and let's just take it off, and then let's take that off as well, and you can see that they're both off. And then I can go onto here. Oh, hey Jay, how you doing, buddy? And then you can just go back onto that one there, and then just click, and then just click again, and more runes will just appear, which is just incredible. It is by far the quickest way, modernly. Ah, thank you, buddy. Cheers, bro. That is by far the quickest actual way to get money, because then all you can do is, once you've got it equipped, you just run up and you just sell the runes, you know. So that is definitely a later game. I'm just going to have a sip of my beer, Skull beer, obviously Viking style. So don't mind me, yeah. Just went to the football match as well. Probably gave me the confidence to do the video today. Early game silver. Okay, early game silver is something that was mentioned as well. So we'll go to world, and where you want to go on the world is you want to. I'm just trying to position myself. It's trying hard, like keeping an eye on my face. It's the first time I put the camera on at the same time. So when you come on here, is you go down to London. And there's a temple here with a couple of beggars knocking about, and that's where we want to go to, really. So if we fast travel to the London place, and you'll see that the PlayStation 5 isn't quite as quick as I make out in my videos, and that is just purely to save you guys time, because I know why stare at my load screen when you've got loads of load screens to watch yourself, you know what I mean? It's like a bit boring for you guys, so I get rid of those. Okay, and then once we're here in London, we're going to go and try and find these beggars, and there should actually be 3 beggars about the place. So let's go up to. Okay, so it's over here. It should be just south of this temple, which is just this location here. So let's run across to there now. I'll tell you, we may as well put ourselves in God mode as well. Actually, while we're here, we might as well. We'll go to the beggars first and foremost, though, because God mode obviously requires you travelling away. The beggars method still works, yeah. I got a guy asking about the smaller one. It is for early games, Jay. The obviously the rune. If you're lucky enough to have the game for a while, you've got a couple of pieces of armor, haven't you? And those armor in your inventory are. You used to be able to buy a piece of armor and then buy a tattoo. And that will give you the second piece of armor as well, but unfortunately that's no longer in the game. So it's the only way to get them now for people which are new to the game, perhaps got the game after Christmas or something like that, is literally going to be the Mark of Sol. But for early game, definitely the London thing, 100%. Thor's arms glassmate, yeah, definitely. But for the beggars, for the weapon duplication one, it wasn't Thor's, was it? So yeah, so the beggar one still works. So let me try and remember where the beggars are. They're somewhere around here, I'm sure. I was so close. They're just up here. And so these are the beggars. It's just these couple of guys on the floor. So you got one here. Jay, you might have missed actually what I was doing beforehand is a little video, a little explanation about what you can do. And if you know how to get into God mode, I assume that your camp level is level 6. So if it's not in level 6, get into God mode, do all the raids, collect all the little yellow markers, the little yellow circles. So let's just show you those as you see on the map. Go and collect all the little yellow circles around the raids as well, because it's more probable that what you're looking for there with the raw materials and supplies will all be there, you know. So it's the little yellow ones around the raids, and you should be okay to get to level 6. Once you get to level 6, every level you level up, fast travel back to your camp, and then you can actually purchase an upgrade for yourselves as well. So that's not too bad, you know. So every level is like 2 levels. Earlier on, actually, they used to give you multiple, but they've patched and nerfed things like there's no tomorrow, don't they, in games. So it's a bit unlucky, but you'll get there 100%. So with these beggars, all you've got to do here is just keep giving them coins. And I know it sounds a little bit silly to get silver early on by giving them coins, and then give them coins, and then you kill them. But let's see if it still works, because I don't know. I haven't done this one for a while. So let's.
Thank you.
They might have.
Mate's likely smiling face. How are you?
Hey, buddy. How you doing? Enoch? Is that how you pronounce it? I hope I'm getting that right, buddy. Welcome, buddy. It doesn't look. I don't think the. I think this might have been patched. The little beggar one might have been patched. Wow, it's been a long time since I done the early one. Okay, so then for silver, there's a number of things you could do for silver early on, and that is go and collect fish if you want to. But honestly, no point. No need at all. Absolutely no point. Go and get yourself into God mode. Get yourself into God mode. Take on the raids. Get your camp level up to level 6. Because on the new raids, actually, what is coming is quite exciting on the river raids. So I'm just reading off this on this screen here. So sorry, I'm just leaning over. It does say that there's going to be 3 new locations, so 3 new locations within the game, and each one of these is going to have 3 different difficulties, so easy, medium, and hard, as it were. And then what you're going to do is you're going to be able to travel to that location, to one of the 3 locations, and then take on raids, taking your Yoms Vikings with you, which is kind of cool. Hopefully there'll be more boats involved. Hopefully there'll be more personality with the Yoms Vikings. They seem to be, I don't know. I'm not really feeling like the part of the ship at the moment. So it'll be much better if you can have that. Maybe some backstory with them or something like this would be cool. And if not, just something, some cosmetic changes or whatnot. And then what you're going to do is you can get new gear, brand new gear, which is coming into the game. Silver, not needed, is it? Runes, again, not needed, but there could be new runes that are available for different play styles. It's such an easy game anyway, but more books of knowledge, and the books of knowledge excite me a lot actually as well, because obviously with like trapped doors and things like this, with the barred doors with the red, you used to be able to use certain abilities, didn't you? Which you can just, hey mate, how you doing? Arwen, you right, mate? You used to be able to just jump at them and then just hit them with your axes, didn't you? Unfortunately, that's been patched in the game called the Dive of Valkyries. It was called. It was very very easy to get through it. But what you can do now is you can just shoot it with this little bit this little thing here with the powder trap. Shoot your bow at it, boom, and it'll hit it once. And then some people are struggling. They think it's going to blow straight away. You just shoot it the second time. 9 times out of 10 it'll blow up. If it doesn't blow up, just run across and hit it. And that's it. It's as simple as just running across and hitting it. Hitting the arrow, and then it will explode, and then the door should be open for you. It's the same actually with the stone walls. So when the stone walls are there as well, you'll just do the same thing. So you use exactly the same ability, and you'll shoot the stone walls. Because when I first got the game, running around for those red pots, oh my god, nightmare. They could be ages away, couldn't they? Putting up the raven, trying to find them. It's a balls ache, mate. So, skull.
Do you have any social media?
I do, buddy. Very new to YouTube, obviously. So what I've done is I've tried to set up a Facebook page. It's literally called Smart Glitch Gaming. If you wanted to get in contact with me, feel free. Shoot me a shoot me a friend's request. And I'll gladly accept any friends requests on that. That is set up just to help it a little bit easier for people to communicate with me if they have any questions. They're not really understanding anything. Some people have contacted me on there that they didn't want to comment on the YouTube because they thought it might not be the right question. Ask me anything, honestly, on there. It's absolutely no problem at all. There are no stupid questions on there. If you're not understanding something, I will happily try to go through more detail with you. And if I can't because of the time frames, I could shoot you a long message on Facebook Messenger or something. That's not a problem at all. I'll take time out of my day to do that. It's absolutely no problem at all. So yeah, that's the main thing as well. So I couldn't believe this one was patched, but we did the other one earlier, so that's still in the game, which is kind of impressive actually, which is unusual but impressive. Okay, so there's absolutely nothing to. Oh, another message just come through now. Oh, thank you very much. Oh, mate, thank you very much. That's nice. Someone's just donated to the page itself.
Guessing in 1-2 weeks.
Yes, Enoch, they're saying that River Raids, we're desperate for content, aren't we, buddy? If you haven't completed everything now.
Most underrated YouTuber.
We do Beth Armand, thank you very much. But we do a big go. 2 months now, just over 2 months, isn't it? And 2,000 over 2,000 people in 2 months, so 1,000 a month on average is more than I actually wanted, more than I believed. So it was hard work and hard going. But it's so easy to do. Everyone's stuck at home anyway, aren't they? You know, I play games to glitch. You know, and just to put it out and share it, it's just been phenomenal. And you guys coming through it's honestly, I couldn't be happier. It's been amazing. Really has been absolutely amazing. Yeah, thank you, buddy. Thank you. I can't remember what the question was beforehand. Sorry, guys. That was sent across. I think it was sent across to this feed as opposed to that one, which is strange.
I appreciate what you do and what you post.
Thank you.
I'll send you a friendly request.
Certainly, buddy. As soon as I get off this, I'll only be another 5 minutes on this because this is purely a test server. There's been no script or anything. This was just to answer a couple of questions to be put out there that have been asked to me as a test, like where I put the camera, if I've got the camera connected up properly. There was a couple of little fidgety bits at the start and stuff like this. Even when I try and catch myself, am I looking at the camera? And I'm looking up there to see if I am, and I'm not quite quick enough with my face, and it's just, I'm too drunk to do that constantly. So I'm trying to go cross-eyed and see, and who knows. And I'll watch it back and I'll see it, and I'll see if it's a little bit better. But hopefully it will be. 100,000,000% we need some more content. Definitely. If you're any of you guys are struggling to upgrade any of your gear, whether that be for tungsten or carbon or whatever, I have videos out there. If you can't find them, or you don't have the time to search them, message me. I'll hook you up. If you want to add me on, Facebook, it is just called Smart Glitch Gaming. Just send me a friend's request. I'll get. That was it. There was a friend request sent. I'll accept him. I'll accept them just a minute as soon as I come off, buddy. And then just feel free to ask me whatever you wish to. Okay. All right, guys. That's it for the test server. Thank you very much for joining today, and peace out. All the best.
I finished every clue and I killed the 3 sisters. Why I can't get the Thor's hammer?
You have to go through the story, buddy. So yeah, you have to kill all the zealots. So once you've killed the 3 sisters, tough challenge for that gun mode. Cheers, Jay. Cheers, and you, mate. All the best, buddy. Once you've killed the 3 sisters, you can literally just you have to go through the story a little bit more to get the final zealot. And you've killed the final zealot. Okay. Well, that's weird. You should be able to go and get it. So you have to go back to Norway to get it. Do you know the location, buddy? You know the location of where you have to go to in Norway?
Yes, I killed.
Yeah, so you killed them all. Okay, so let's go. I'll show you on the map now, actually, where it is in Norway. And also the Odin Spear is there as well.
Nice work on great.
Thank you, buddy. Thank you. Nice one, mate. Appreciate that. Appreciate you. Razvan. Sorry if I'm pronouncing that wrong, buddy. I'm awful. I know. So yeah, if maybe this will help. If not, shoot me a message and I'll go through about the Thor's hammer, because it should definitely be there. So once you've killed all the zealots and stuff, you have to go back and get it, and it is in a location in Norway, and it is just here. In that location. So let's zoom out of where we are. So once you go to Norway and you come up here, it is in this location here, and it's in the rock, and you just go and you pick it up for after that, and that's where you get that. And as well as if you take your ship up to this location here, and then go through this area here after you defeat Odin, you can get Thor's spear from that location as well. So it's quite a good place to come back to. But
nice,
not really the best. Hey, Vandal, buddy. How you doing, mate? How you doing?
I got it, thank you.
Oh, awesome, buddy. Awesome. Mate, you're more than welcome. More than welcome. Any questions, please comment on this. And I'll check this one. This is a good test one, actually. A little bit of feedback, and I love you guys for that. I appreciate you very, very much for that. So, all right, guys. Well, that's me for tonight, then. I better go and look after the kids, because I only said I was coming up to get in the shower. So peace out. GG, guys. GG.
Need to be wearing Thor's armor as well. Don't forget